My name is Isabella Hyde. On May the 9th, 2014, we were boarded a plane to Skiathos. Whilst we had boarded the plane, we had a member of the Swissport staff come upstairs and say that our scooter was broken. It wasn't broken when we gave it to them, and the only alternative that we had was to get off the plane, and we had to try and get then a flight to Skiathos. When we saw the scooter, what they had actually done was taken the battery off to put it onto the plane. They'd sat it on the scooter and it had bounced off and smashed onto the tarmac underneath the aircraft. We were absolutely devastated, which meant total panic. We didn't know what to do. Monarch, we have to say, were very, very good. They got us 3 flights to get to Skiathos that day, which was awful. We didn't get to sleep until the following morning, which I'll explain in a minute. We also had hotel accommodation for a couple of hours. We got something to eat. They gave us a cafe, slept while we waited for somebody to come and fix the scooter. They paid for the scooter to be fixed. But our beef is the fact that we did lose a day of our holiday. Swissport have admitted responsibility, and they have offered us 2 £20 vouchers for the next time we use Manchester Terminal 2 in the VIP lounge, which is virtually like a slap in the face. You save all year to have a holiday. You expect to be able to get there on time and get home on time. You get the odd delay, maybe an hour or so here or there. But 19 hours it took us from having to get off the plane till we arrived in Skiathos the next morning, and 3 flights later. Manchester to London, London to Athos, and Athens, and then Athens to Skiathos. We're both not very well people, both on medication, had to take medication at certain times, which wasn't really good when you're not actually sleeping, because they do have the best effects when you're sleeping, and they can make you very, very drowsy. So it took us 2 or 3 days to come round, and ever since then, since we got home, we've been trying to get some sort of compensation for the loss of a day's holiday. We're only asking for approximately £300, that is it. But Swissport, the carriers, are just throwing everything at us, that they've done this, they've done that, and basically they've done nothing except ruin the first few days of our holiday. We've tried to go down the nice route, then we've got somebody else to try and help us get some letters organised, and they're still pushing us from pillar to post. The latest is that we want to go to court, but we're frightened to go to court because we can't afford it, and if we lose, we'll have a big bill to pay. But what angers me is that nobody at Swissport are willing to actually physically do anything. The first letter that we ever got from them, which was in June last year, 2014, that they accept full responsibility for the breakage of the scooter because 2 vital checks were not made. Yet they've not paid out anything to help us. They say they fixed the scooter, which cost them £400, and my argument is, yes, you fixed the scooter, but that was your fault. If you hadn't have broken it, you wouldn't have had to fix it. But we want compensation just for 1 day's holiday, that is all, and nobody seems to be totally interested at all in it. And we're just trying to find a way of getting around this that's not going to cost us a load of money. And if it means slating Swissport, I'll do it all the more. And it cannot happen again. People require these mobility scooters for a reason. We don't do it for fun. I can't hardly walk. My husband has to do a lot of fetching and carrying. He's an ex-stroke victim. He's not supposed to do a lot of lifting, and quite often he has to pick me up off the floor. So we just want justice, and we also want to make sure that this never happens again to anybody else, because as far as we're concerned, everybody that we spoke to have said this has never ever happened. So if anybody out there, just get in touch and see if you can help us. Thank you.